everyone, and welcome again. I'm really excited about how the day is going to turn out. For now, I take great pleasure in introducing Amit Gupta, our president of the IIT Bay Area Alumni Organization. He has been a part of this institution as well as our sister organization, IIT Startups, for helping startup founders for many, many years. Amit holds a bachelor's degree from IIT Delhi and a PhD from University of California, Berkeley. He's a serial entrepreneur, co-founding and serving as CTO at Andea and at Jasper, which was acquired by Cisco. He currently works at AI Club, teaching artificial intelligence to middle school and high school children. Hi, Amit. You want to take it over now?
Thank you, Sarvat. All right. So first of all, thank you, Nidhi, for such a great introduction to the conference. And this is such a fun and information-filled agenda that okay. All right. So I'll talk about the IT Bay Area, in particular, where we have been, where we are, and where we are headed. So it all started in 2017 when we realized the need to bring together the large IIT alumni community in the Bay Area, regardless of which specific campus they went to. We came together to make IIT Bay alumni with a flagship event being this leadership conference. While we create the program based on the interests of our alumni, the event is inclusive. We welcome everyone with shared interests. For several years, we conducted a hugely successful annual leadership conference with many amazing speakers, but this streak broke in 2020. The last few years have brought unimaginable suffering and devastation worldwide, with over 250 million infections, over 5 million dead, and many more people losing their livelihood all over the world. So due to COVID, we had to cancel the leadership conference last year. Instead, we did a series of virtual seminars on topics of interest to our community. Now, the brute power of COVID is no match for the innate strength of human spirit and ingenuity. With the development of the vaccines as well as other public health measures, we are well on our way to end this nightmare. And today, as we take in the massive destruction caused by COVID, we also pledge to dedicate ourselves to building something even better. And this is what we call purposeful innovation. And this is what this conference is really about. Now, as I mentioned, the Leadership Conference has traditionally been the annual event for IIT Bay Area alumni. And we have a really great program this year, as you heard from Nidhi. Starting earlier this year, though, we've started several new activities. This is what I want to talk about. The first of these is the book club. So we meet once a month, every second Tuesday. And we also have a Slack channel for discussion around these books. Now, here are some of the books we discussed recently. The last book we discussed was Stealing Fire. Before that, the last 4 books we discussed were Measure What Matters, Atomic Habits, Brain Rules, and Crucial Conversations. And again, these are books that are selected by our members. So if you're interested in the book club and you'd like to recommend some of the books, please come join us and participate here. Now, other than that, they're not just about books. We also enjoy spending time in nature. And that's the reason the second activity set up is called the hiking club. Now, we typically meet every other week with a different hike each time. Each of these hikes are nearby, and typically we have these hikes at moderate exertion levels. The last hike, though, was Mission Peak, which was a little bit more strenuous. Now, our hiking is a fun social activity, appropriate for family members of all ages. Here are some more pictures, and you can see how happy everyone is, right? But that's because that's the start of the hike. Now, having worked out our appetite on the hike, we then have wonderful, delicious food, just typically homemade, to end the hike on a good note. And this also brings back the smiles to people's faces. The third activity we started is the Career Club. Now, as you know, we have a very rich mix of alumni, from fresh out of college engineers to people with many, many decades of experience. And alumni are also unusually generous in sharing their knowledge and wisdom with other people. And we created this Career Corner to create a forum for exactly such exchanges. So we have many, many thought-provoking presentations covering different topics in career growth and financial independence. Here is one such session we held a few months ago. We also have interesting presentations by many seasoned leaders. And here is a slide we got from a presentation by Rajat Mishra, who was the ex-VP of Cisco, about how to make meaningful presentations that have the impact that you want. And as part of that, he also covered how to answer Q&A more effectively. So that's our Career Corner. And we're also going to augment Career Corner with a new platform called Connect. We're unveiling it today. This is meant for you to connect with your fellow alumni community members, whether in person or from the comfort of your home. Now, the fourth activity we started is the Health Club. This is in association with the South Asian Heart Center. As many of you are already aware of, due to a combination of genetic and lifestyle factors, our community is predisposed to elevated risk of chronic diseases, including diabetes, cardiovascular issues, and Alzheimer's. What we have done is we have brought in noted experts to provide guidance on the various factors affecting our long-term health with three key pillars. The first pillar is nutrition. We provide education about the different food choices, how they impact your health, and how you can incorporate healthy eating as an integral part of your lifestyle. And not surprisingly, some of our best received sessions are the virtual cook-alongs, where we combine good health with good taste. Now, the second pillar is an active lifestyle, which is a key component of good long-term health. We provide information about how you can tailor the exercise regimen to best match your needs so that you can maintain it long-term. Now, along with nutrition and exercise, the third key component and the third pillar of our system is mental health, which is where we have a tremendous advantage that we're able to bring together the best of Eastern traditions with modern Western scientific know-how. Now, that's not all. So when we started organizing the leadership conference this year, our original plan was to host it at the Santa Clara Convention Center. However, due to COVID concerns, we decided against hosting such a large gathering. We do know, though, the value of in-person networking events. Accordingly, we're starting a series of small in-person networking events hosted outdoors with appropriate precautions as specified by CDC and other public health authorities. The first such event will be on December 5th, and we'll pick 150 of the registered attendees at this conference to attend the in-person event, along with the speakers at this conference, as well as selected invited guests, the leading entrepreneurs and leaders of our community. In case you don't win this lottery but are still interested in attending, please contact us at info@iitbayarea.org. Now, we have a lot more interesting activities planned for the next year. Ishita will share a lot more details in her presentation that's coming up today at 1:35 p.m. Pacific. And again, if you're interested in any of these activities and you'd like to participate actively, please join us by emailing info@iitbayarea.org. With that introduction to IIT Bay Area, I'd like to start the conference program now.